Shalom Aleichem is day 600 since the war started with Hamas in Gaza by the Jewish state. It's been the longest war ever fought by the IDF since the British mandate expired. Of course, in our times, the Jewish state is a powerhouse when it comes to military. So why is this war taking that long? Of course, it's been very well orchestrated by the force, not only in Gaza, but by international bodies such as the ICC and the United Nations. I, in particular, have been making a lot of revelations, if you've been paying attention to my reels, not only on this platform, but other medium. I say again that indeed, this is avoidable. Incidentally, today is UN Peacekeeping Day. Would you not say it's ironic that the very body that was established to prevent such catastrophe, such as the Holocaust, the Second World War, is indeed very much participative in its very endeavor to destroy the Jewish state? How do we know this? Well, many members or employees of the UN and its agencies such as United Nations Relief Workers Agency are involved. They perpetrated massacre, rape on October 7. We have been able to identify them. I will share links when I post this video up. Henry Jackson Society, an institution that has been monitoring this very campaign in Gaza, has brought out a lot of findings where Hamas uses human shield to perpetuate its cause in destroying the Jewish state. It is a war crime to use civilians in combating your quest. This is well known. Israel, the IDF, and many Jews all over the world, including myself, have pointed this out. Yet, United Nations remains silent. We have given enough proof that close to 400 reports have been made by the United Nations about Gaza since the war started 600 days ago. Yet, none of these reports condemn Hamas based on findings we have provided. Yet, they attack Israel in its quest to survive. Why? The only excuse the United Nations will provide is, well, we are only giving out our facts based on what the media gives us. Which media? Al Jazeera? Al Jazeera is being the mouthpiece for Hamas from the get-go. What happened to the UN Resolution 1701 that requires that the IDF and the Lebanon military should cooperate in ensuring that the border up north of Israel is surviving. Yet Hezbollah have been attacking Israel and the IDF at the northern border of Israel. United Nations never condemned these acts by Hezbollah, which is very well known and recognized as a terrorist organization by the international world. The UN is corrupt, point blank, and its General Secretary must resign. We have been given enough evidence that employees of the UN committed genocide when they raped, massacred, and kept some of these very captives of the October 7th victim in their homes in Gaza. Members of the UN kept captives in their homes in Gaza. We have given names. The UN have said nothing about this. And the world, majority part of the world, have been silent. Coincidentally, the word peace, which is the most common Hebrew word on every tongue and every lip, shalom, was the very first word I mentioned. What does peace mean? And who provides it? We have looked up to the United Nations and other international bodies to provide peace. Rather, the most iconic nation in the world that we all look up to has been persecuted by the very body we expect to provide peace. I take this opportunity to hail the lives of Hillel Noah and its institution that has been providing us with a lot of facts. The institution is known as the UN Watch. You can search the UN Watch on all platforms to verify my claims. On this day, I share my grief with the world. We, Jews, share our grief with the world. It is indeed catastrophe that on this day that the world seeks peace under the watch of Antonio Guterres. We mourn. Let's come together to defund the UN. Much of the monies that have been collected by the UN from governments have been used by Hamas to dig up tunnels in Gaza. I take the opportunity to ask President Donald Trump, militarily, politically, certainly one of the strongest nations in the world, that has been cooperating with the icon of the Middle East in sustaining and providing peace in the Middle East and the rest of the world. With one question: the very day you step foot in the White House, were you not supposed to ensure that hell breaks loose on Hamas? To quote you, we are waiting for hell to break loose on Hamas. Again, until we meet again, I say shalom.